Alright, so today we're going to be dividing by decimals. I can multiply and divide rational numbers. Directions. We're going to slide the decimals over to create an equivalent problem with a whole number in the divisor spot. So here, we want this outside number to be a whole number. So we need to slide this decimal over till it becomes a whole number. We're going to use the extra zero cards if needed. So you do not have to solve these problems. So we're just going to practice moving the decimal. So here, we want the divisor to become a whole number. And let's remember this riddle here. Slide your decimal blank to the door. You're going to go and slide blank more. So let's look at this. Here, we need to slide our decimal once, twice to the door. So I'm going to fill in a 2 right here. So that means we need to go inside and slide 2 more. That number should always be the same number here. So if we slide the decimal twice to the door, we need to go inside and slide 2 more. So watch here. If this decimal moves, 1, 2, then this decimal should move as well. So you notice here how both decimals moved. Now this decimal is at the end, which made the divisor a whole number. And we had to move our decimal on the inside as well. Remember, if we moved it twice to the door, we have to go inside and slide 2 more. So since there's an extra space here, we need to be sure that we add a 0 behind it. Okay? Alright, let's try another one here. Let's look at this one. We need to make our divisor a whole number. So we need to make this outside number, we need to make it a whole number here. So we need to ask ourselves, how many times are we going to slide this decimal to the door? So we need to slide our decimal, this time, only 1 time to the door. So I'm going to fill in a 1 here. So that means we're going to go inside and we're going to slide 1 more. Remember, these 2 numbers should always be the same in our riddle. So I need to, if I slide 1, I have to slide 1. You have to be fair, right? What you do to one, you have to do to the other. You can't just give one something and not the other, right? It's like siblings. You can't just give one sibling something because then you have to give the other sibling something. So you have to be fair, okay? What you do to one, you have to do to the other. So if you move once, you have to move once. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what that looks like. We're going to pick up the bar and we're going to move it just 1 time. Now you can see, I'm going to erase my work here. You can see now that the decimal is behind the 1, which made it a whole number, and the decimal also moved behind the 5, where we wanted it to go. Here, because the decimal's in the middle of the number, we do not need to add any zeros to fill in. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's try these 2 at the bottom. Remember, we're going to use this riddle. Slide your decimal blank to the door. You're going to go inside and slide blank more. Remember, these 2 should always be the same. So again, we want this number here to be a whole number. We want our divisor to be a whole number, that outside number to be a whole number. So I need to ask myself, how many times does the decimal need to slide to the door? Well, we only need to slide the decimal 1 time to the door. So I'm going to put 1 here. Now we need to go inside and slide 1 more. So watch what I do here with the bar. We're going to take the bar, and as we move, the other one should move the same amount of times. Okay? I'm going to erase it so you can see. So here we moved our decimal to the door, a little bit past the door, but y'all know what I mean. It should be right here. And we have space. We only moved it once more. So we need to fill in a 0 behind where there's an extra space. Okay? All right, last one here. Remember, we're getting just the hang of moving this decimal. So we need to slide the decimal to the door. That means we're going to look at the outside number and see how many times do we need to move this decimal here on the outside to make the divisor, the outside number, a whole number. Okay, so I'm going to count. I need to move this decimal once, not to the door yet, twice, not to the door yet, 3 times. Finally made it to the door. So if I slide your decimal 3 times to the door, I have to go inside and slide 3 more. Remember, you have to be fair. If you move 3, you got to move 3. So we got to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so notice here there's 2 loopy loops. So we should be adding 2 zeros behind this number, not just 1. But let's look at that. Let's see how we move that here. We're going to take this and we move it basically once. See how one's moving, the other one's moving? Twice. And 3 times. Okay? So here, because we moved it once, twice, 3 times, we should be filling in 2 zeros to the back of our number.